You know I don't go every week, but.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the, excuse me, Dublin Town Council meeting. We're on December the 9th, 2025. We're going to begin the night with the Pledge of Allegiance for those that can stand. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have the roll call of the board.
Dan Wicker present.
Brietta Pitcock present.
Rex Snyder present.
Gene Gabber present.
Nathan Ulrich is present. All right, we had Jackie on the agenda tonight, but Jackie is not here, so I guess we'll skip over him unless he shows up. You guys got anything that you want to talk about as guests right away?
No.
All right, so everyone had a chance to look at last month's minutes and look over the bank adjustments and so forth, and if so, we'll ask for a motion to approve those.
I make a motion to accept the minutes and the adjustments as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. You got a police report, Mr. Crane?
Yep. Since we're getting in the winter months, where calls are starting to die down a little bit, which is a good thing. We had one 911 hang-up, 3 community policing calls. We had one domestic, one physical domestic. We had one escort, 1 internet crime, 1 medical alarm, 2 MVA property damage crashes, 1 person with a gun, 1 speak with officer call, 1 suspicious person call, 2 traffic stops, 1 unwanted person, 1 wanted person, and then 2 welfare checks for a total of 19 calls, which is
Pretty good.
yeah, way down from the peak summer months. Yeah.
Without going into super detail, what can you tell us about what happens with internet crimes? What happens on your end with those?
So I have not really dealt with a whole lot of internet crimes. It's kind of a rare one around here. Usually it ends up getting into like a harassment kind of charge, if they can go that route. But yeah, not really a whole lot as far as, like, we had one that was recently, somebody was using an OnlyFans, and they had somebody screenshotting and then sending the pictures around. So that was recently one that we had. But
So it's not necessarily just money.
no. It involves bullying, to like online bullying to fraud. It differs definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of a new thing coming up, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. It's starting to become more prevalent.
All right, well, thank you, sir. Anybody got any questions for Officer Frame? All right, appreciate it, sir. Have a great Christmas season.
You too.
Be safe out there.
Hey,
All right, fire report.
fire report, November 25, ALS 0, BLS 112. 0 911s, 911s with Reed 4. Fire runs 1 assist with Cambridge City on a structure. And had a typo error, so it's 3,200 gallons of water that was used.
All right, any questions for the fire department? Thank you, sir. Lenny, you're up as the building commissioner. Anything to report this month?
Yes, we have Epic Enterprise had they still had open 3-wire and their weatherhead was low and they needed to raise that line, so we had that. That is the only one that we had for November.
Okay. Anything on the superintendent's report?
No, you have your report. Do you want me to go ahead and do this on the truck as well? Right now, you want me to just do everything, or you want me to come back to this? Okay. We need to have the timing chain and cam phasers changed in the service truck, 2009 Ford. I got an estimate from Chris Wilson to do that. And so you guys all have that estimate. You guys have a copy of that, correct?
No, negative.
Sorry, just go ahead and I'll make sure they get it. Go ahead and read it.
Yeah, it's 2264.85. So I'll let you guys take a look at
Is
that.
that
They're
where
gonna go
you,
ahead and.
is that where you normally go?
No, we took it, we had Haynes do the work on it the last time, and I know they're super busy, and not everybody wants to tackle this job, because you gotta tear the whole front of the truck down, and so.
So you've never used him before? Or,
I've used him personally, but as far as town, we've never used him.
How
A
long
lot
does
of
it
the
take-
people, go ahead.
How long does he take to do the job?
If he can get it on a Thursday, we'll have it back Monday.
Yeah, what's it doing? Is it a noise thing or what's the reason to replace it?
Actually, just this last week, it actually started missing, and then it came right back out of it. What happens is those phasers, they run off of oil pressure, and it's a really small orifice that oil runs through, and when they lose that oil pressure, then they allow that chain to lax, or it wears out, then they get too far adjusted. So then eventually it will just break, or it'll start skipping, and then we're into big problems. But it did actually throw an engine code last week and had a miss. So
Is he working out of his house up there?
yeah,
He's not zoned to do business up there. It's commercial, or it's a residential area.
okay,
So we need to notify him to get that taken care of.
okay.
what were you gonna say, Julie?
I was just going to say, the people that we used to use, Wiesner's isn't here anymore, Bill and Randy aren't here anymore. So, you know, the people that we used to use local, they're far and few between unless you know of some, wanna suggest some new ones.
I was just, wondering if we, knew the reputation and,
Right.
Definitely keeping local, or if we wanted to try to get another quote.
We can still get another quote.
I'd like to get a quote from Tebby.
Okay, he won't do it.
He won't do it? Okay.
He don't do major stuff anymore, but I'll get one.
No,
from-
that's fine. That was, I was
He
just
actually
trying
cut
to.
down his hours. He's down like 4 days a week now.
He'll be another one that we
That
can't.
losing, yeah.
What, you said it's 09 what?
Ford F-250.
Yeah, and Tyler was my second.
09 Ford F-250 with what motors it got in it?
It's got the 5.4.
5.4. I can get a quote gathered up and bring it down for her.
I don't know how kosher that'd be if he's not zoned commercial for us to take commercial work.
That's
there.
very true.
I mean,
I didn't even think about that.
It just, it's a little
No,
scary.
yeah, I understand.
We might have opened up a little can of worms that we can resolve hopefully in the next month or so. But with that though, if Matt's going to put a quote in, plus we know this quote, let's go ahead and get another one from somewhere.
Okay.
And that's because he knows what this price is, so let's make it more fair by having 3. So if you don't, do you think we can wait a month? Or do we need to do something special?
It'll go till
Wait
it
a year?
won't. I mean, it's been doing it for 4 years, so.
Okay, we can probably wait a month then.
Was it something we could approve on a text after we have the quotes?
That's up to you guys.
I think I could as a maintenance issue. It's not like a new expense.
I'm fine
I think
with
that would be
that
kosher, wouldn't it, Bob?
instead of waiting a month.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that. So you can get another quote and Matt, get one up to Julie or give it to Winnie and holler at me, we'll work that out.
Okay.
Anything else, sir? How's got the roller? Have you had a chance to get it? work
Yeah,
on
I had it running today and moving on its own accord, so. Still a few issues, but we'll get it worked out.
Yeah. I misunderstood the conversation. I thought he said he took it, he drove it to Connorsville. I was like, man, that's a heck of a trip
cold
there.
ride.
Woo.
It's a long ride.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions for Lenny as far as the superintendent report? Thanks for working on the snow early in the season already. Hopefully you don't have to do that anymore.
Jules let me know what a good job you did on the roads.
All right, it's up to Julie now.
Okay, you have your fuel reports and you received your time cards to look at. I don't have anything new on mine, except going on down the agenda, so.
Okay, we'll open it up to old business. One item that is on the agenda is you've got some pamphlets in front of you, and that's from a recovery group that meets here at the Dublin Gospel Mission Church here in town. And we've got some funds that we are given to us through, I think, tickets and fines and things like that from the court system. And so it's restricted funds, and it can only be spent for certain, like, drug recovery and things like that. So this happens to actually be one in the community, so I thought it would be good if we can donate to that from the town. Donate is the right word for the actual town, but my thought process was to give them $250 as a, basically like an opening or a first time, and see what kind of need they have later on, and if we need to do something later on, but have that conversation open with them. But it's kind of an opening.
How much do we have to spend?
A little over 4,600.
And is there any expiration date on that?
Not that I know of at that right now. At this point, I do have to do a report each year of what we've spent it on, or if we know in the future what we're going to spend it on. And just to let everybody know, we get it's actually money that came from pharmaceutical companies where the government sued them, and it came back to the people. And when they first devised this, there were two pots of money. There's unrestricted and restricted. And restricted could only be used for opioid type things. And they had a very small list of what they can be used for. None of which that we really have until we found this within Dublin. The other money can be used for other things. So at our last meeting, Pastor Cox had mentioned that they do have this program, and so they gave us the pamphlets to look over. And so the only other thing that I need to do is to find out what kind of paperwork we need in order to get this going.
Paperwork from the church?
From us
or-
to the church in order to give the money for the recovery, because it has to stay, even though we give it to them, they still are restricted in what they use it for. So I have to make sure that all of that paperwork is correct when we officially give it to them.
That was my next question, as far as the value, which at 250, 500, whatever, but asking them if they have a specific need, like we need $1,000 to purchase this item.
Right.
Then that would be a little more like in your paperwork, instead of just here's the money to spend on whatever you think.
Okay, I can ask them.
Itemize it, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like super like, oh, we need paper towels, but I
No,
mean,
but yeah,
a bigger item.
Yeah, because it would need to go for like brochures or specific things that will,
They can't just use it to buy refreshments.
right. So, yeah, I'll have her put together something with a little better what their list of needs are.
Now, they start this group by themselves, or they went with another organization to keep started?
I
or-
think they're with another organization, if I'm reading this correctly,
Okay.
because this is through Life Recovery Group.
Okay.
It's almost like that Brianna's Hope. It's probably like a national thing.
Mm-hmm.
So just like a chapter of it, so,
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was a little confused on the letter where it said, we are currently in the
Process of becoming, yeah, I
with
see
Life
that.
Recovery at New Life Ministries. So I was just a little confused on that line.
I think there's so many things that they have to meet to become part of that. you know, so many meetings and so many stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Is New Life Ministries, but that's not the Dublin Gospel
That's
Church.
kind of part of the group.
It is part of
Yeah.
the Gospel Church?
No,
Probably
that's
the
part
name of their program,
Yeah, that's the,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the name of their program.
yeah.
kinda like a youth group, but they have a name for it.
So we need a motion, or we want to get more information before we do this, or,
I'll get more information before we,
okay.
since we have a lot of questions, I'll get some more information.
Or maybe they can come up and see us in person,
Mhm.
answer some questions we might have off the cuff.
I kind of like the idea if they have kind of a bigger need, like a specific item, you know, we need a $850 this, or
Yes.
like more than just like, okay, I like that idea a little more.
Yeah, or even if they're going to do it like for this, for a brochure, for advertising, whatever it is, it needs to be specific. I agree.
Okay,
But once those funds are gone, they're gone. They don't get replenished.
Yeah, once our 4,600
Yes.
is gone, it's gone.
correct.
Because what they decided after they started this, I think because smaller communities don't have places that they can utilize it locally, they changed the restrictions that it's only for communities over 5,000 population. So that was all we got. That's all.
Okay. Any old business that did not make the agenda? Okay, going into new. Tonight's contract night, so first up is the DCC contract, which is a lot of people know as the community club. Nothing has changed on it. It is an annual contract, however, there's some question about doing it every 3 years instead of having to do it annually because there's really no changes that happen to it.
And that's just council preference.
I like that. I couldn't come up with any negatives to doing that.
Is there any?
As far as moving it to 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only negative would be is if you ever thought that there would be some misconduct, some problem, and you're locked in for 3 years, 1 year keeps somebody on a short leash. Now, whether that's needed or not, I don't know, but that's the pros and cons.
I'm good with 3 year, but either way.
It wouldn't hurt to at least try this one. I mean, they have come in and really built it up and have done a lot in the past couple of years.
Because they don't pay rent anyway, do they? I mean, that's
No.
the other, it's not a matter of locking in something longer
Right.
than inflation that you could deal with on a
Right.
year-to-year, so.
They maintain the inside, we maintain the outside. That's part of the agreement with them, and that's the only cost that they have. But maybe try it for 3 years, and then if it, you know, we need to go back, we can always go back.
My only question, Bob, we probably need to add some language at the bottom where it says termination. Because it basically just says, you know, give written termination, but it doesn't give a time frame. So like if we need to have like 90 days or
I
something
think
like
we
that.
discussed that once before, and I didn't.
So if we're gonna do a 3 year, I think we probably should add that in there. If, it probably would never happen, but if it did, you know, you would have like whatever that time frame is to
Yeah, it's
vacate.
kind of an unclear paragraph, because does that mean even before the end of the 3 years? Does it require cause? Otherwise, if it's at any time, you really don't have a 3-year lease. You have a almost day-to-day.
Right.
If it can be terminated at any time. So if you really want to lock it into 3 years, I think we didn't worry about that paragraph when it was year to year.
We probably ought to add something now.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? 90 days?
60 or
Well,
90.
and do you want to do it at your discretion or only with cause?
I would say with cause.
With cause.
Yeah.
Then we can make it with cause with, what, you say 60 days or notice?
60 work for everybody?
60 or 90, yeah.
60's good.
Okay. Although if it's with cause, that means something wrong's going on. Maybe
Right.
most would be 30 if
That
it
gives
was
them
for
time, you know,
cause.
to
But if you want
get their
60, you can do
out or
60.
whatever they need to move as far as personal properties and I don't think
Do you have
we're
this on a Word
I do.
version?
I do.
So if you want to approve that with that change and Julie gets me that in Word version, I can modify that. So you're approving it subject to my change on that, that termination can be only for cause and with 60 days notice.
And do they
And the
normally
freedom.
give us the dollar, or do we need to make a motion to waive it?
We've never,
You don't worry about it, and don't wait. You want to show some consideration, and so $1's fine, they can take you out for a coffee or something.
I'm just saying
Coffee's
because.
way more than $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get much.
Okay, get a motion that we'll change this to a 3-year contract with a 60-day out in the termination.
Motion change.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion passes. Next up is Mr. Darrows, for another annual of $18,000 for mowing the cemeteries. He has not raised that. I don't believe we've had any issues this year, did we, Lenny?
I don't think so.
I'd like the way he's done this. The town has really stepped up and really kept the cemetery looking better doing that small stuff. So that's helped us out quite a bit that way, so.
You making a motion?
I'll make a motion, we accept the contract for the cemetery as quoted.
I'll second.
Second, they're all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes.
Champ would be anyway, a year on an annual thing, not extend his contract out.
I think we probably need to do annual because this price could change with fuel prices and
Okay.
I don't think he would do more than annual, is my thought, but he's not here to answer that, so.
Right.
And I believe, the other group that was here last month, showed interest. And we told them next year we would
So we may need a
be
bid.
bidding things out, so, things might change there.
All right, next up is agreement with Trek, and that's basically the folks that go back after taxing purposes. If somebody owes us money, they can pull it out on their taxes. So that's just an agreement with them. We don't remember what Trek stands for, but that's an abbreviation.
I don't remember.
And you've had no problem with these people, Julie, over the years that we used them?
Oh, no, no, this is just
They help
for
us
them
make
to.
money.
I know,
Yeah,
I
they
just wanna
send
make
the letters because we have to do it in a timely fashion. And because they have access to when, there's a match and they can put it together and send it immediately, it gets a quicker response.
Yeah, I like this program and make a motion to keep using this Trex program.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next up, we need to approve the bonds, one for Julie as the town clerk, and one for us as board members. She gets 30,000, we only get 10,000.
Well, it's not for you, well,
For
are they
employees.
included in theirs or it's for the employees? It's our
So
liability.
it just says public employees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
think
believe it's
I
just
think
for
it's
the
just
employees.
I don't think elected officials have to. but
Other
those
than
who
me.
work Other than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they would take the bank deposit or something like that, or other reason, that's why they're bonded.
You trust
It's,
Lenny?
it's insurance against bad behavior, and
Yes.
that's why
Okay.
Julie's is more.
Thanks, Bob.
Still,
All
Yes,
right.
it is.
Motion to pay the bonds or
Yep, we need
Yep.
motion.
motion to pay the bond?
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
I got this one somewhere else.
And, I know you've mentioned something once before, but we had, thought about, I was gonna see about going ahead and electing officers for next year since we do not have an election this year. We did not have an
it's
election.
normally done the first meeting of every year, but of course, a lot of that's because somebody's elected and takes office in January. Since you didn't have an election, I suppose, I haven't looked into the reviewing it, whether you're allowed to do it now, but I suppose we could do it now, and if I find that there's something illegal about doing it before the first year, we just reaffirm it in January.
Okay, well, that's up to you guys.
Or you wait till January meeting.
What would be illegal about it?
That you elected it before the year started.
Now, if something happens
But if it's the same
before we
people.
elect next year, I mean, if something, the first 2 weeks, or first week of January, something happens, are we still covered by the old board? Or are we?
Yeah, until,
Okay,
absolutely, until
okay,
you
until the
take,
election.
you're in office till your successor is
Okay,
is
all right.
elected.
5:59.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's probably worth taking the chance, if you guys want to elect them now, because you're all the same people that's going to be in January, that I would be surprised if there was something wrong with it, but lawyers are always just overly cautious. So.
We appreciate that. Okay. You guys care? Makes no difference to me at all, so.
Are we just going to leave it as is? Is that,
That's what you want.
That could
that's
be.
what I
You would
want?
have, as far as your
You first would
president and
nominate
vice
a president, and
president.
then whoever's that would then conduct the rest of the meeting for getting nominations for the rest of your officers. So nominations are open, I suppose.
I don't want any changes, but
Say, I nominate Nathan as town board president for next year for 26.
second.
Do you want to do that, or is it okay for me to
You can say-
continue? Okay. All right, we got a motion and a second to keep Nathan as the president for 2026. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we'll do the vice president next. We'll ask for nominations or a motion to approve somebody for a vice president
Rex.
position. There's a motion for Rex.
Second.
There's a second. Is there any other nominations? All right, motion to approve Rex as the vice president for 2026.
And
Aye.
just for the record,
Say all in favor.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. But just for the record, Nathan abstains from his,
Yeah,
and Rex abstains from
right.
Oh,
voting for
absolutely.
his, so just putting it out there.
You really can vote for yourself.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah, it's not a financial thing
Oh,
that you have to
well.
abstain from, so you could vote for yourself.
Do you
A
wanna
lot of
vote for
times
yourselves?
People do as a moral precedent, but if push came to shove, you are allowed.
Okay.
Do you guys want to keep the committees the same, or does anybody want to change up on that?
Nope, no change.
Meeting still the second Tuesday? Good, 6 o'clock?
Yep.
You guys are easy tonight.
Don't
I
change
love
it.
it.
Don't change it, I get confused easy.
Don't forget, we still need somebody from the community to get on the planning commission, and I think we said this had to be an independent or a Democrat, correct?
I believe so, yes.
That's the position that is open, and that is good till 2027. And then there's some question that we need to be asking about inactivity on one member. So you and Bob might want to have that conversation, and perhaps at your next meeting.
I did look into that. You are, the state law allows it to be removed for cause. You have to then give them notice. If they just dispute that, they can appeal it to the local courts. But what was unclear is it says by the appointing authority can remove them for cause. So you would have to look at if it's who appointed that particular member, if it's all a council or if it was your executive officer. So,
Jesse was, yep, just says council pick.
then it's by council.
Okay.
So council could remove for cause.
So next time you guys have a meeting, put that on your agenda and see if you can find out that there's any interest.
Can you send an alert?
Mhm.
Thank you.
So we're doing an alert for the plan commission, and we're gonna wait for an alert until we officially notify the
Yeah,
absent
I
person,
guess it's your
correct?
meeting. If you guys decide that you want to pursue vacant C of that spot, I guess let this board know. Does that sound kosher, Bob? If you get, like, if you serve a letter and he shows no interest, that you're having a meeting, that is like your election officer meeting?
They,
Yeah, excessive absenteeism can be cause, that's been justified before. And if you choose to do a warning, it's always easier if they would voluntarily resign, it removes any question of appeal. But if they just won't voluntarily resign, then your only other option is to remove for cause, base that, give them the notice, give them the chance to appeal.
I don't know, do you wanna have a meeting this month or wait till January?
They
It's as needed,
are
so
to meet, they are to meet after the first of the year and elect new officers, so.
So just
that
wait
might
till
be the best
January.
time, yeah.
What about sending a letter about, do you wanna resign?
Yeah.
I can just, I mean, if I can catch him at home.
I think a letter would be more official, documented.
And just to tell him that some concern has been raised, and would he like to volunteer to resign? Otherwise, they may have to at least consider the ability to remove for cause if you just aren't interested.
Got it? Okay, so I need to advertise a meeting for the third Thursday in January?
Yes.
Okay,
It's for the zoning board or zoning appeals.
Planning commission.
Planning commission.
and zoning board. He's on both.
Yes, he is.
Hmm?
Number 2. Number 6 and number 2.
No, number 5, number 2.
You're on the wrong page, you're on this one.
Oh. No wonder I didn't fit. I had it all right here.
So
Okay.
she's gonna send an alert for open position number 6. Okay, cool.
And then you can send another alert about the meeting for anybody that wants to attend it. Or has interest, they can bring a letter of interest.
Okay, so right now I'm doing an alert, advertising the meeting and the planning commission. We're not doing anything on the zoning board of appeals at this point.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Does the letter, do you need to do 2 separate letters asking to resign for each
Committee.
board? Or can it be one letter?
You can do one.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know that we got a motion to keep the officers or the commissioners all the same. Somebody wants to make that.
I can make a motion to, board commissioners, there'll be no change for 2026.
Is there a second? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. All right, anything else under new business did not make the agenda? Any announcements? All right, guess it's time to pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bill.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes. Anything we should be alert about of the financials, Julie?
No, I just can't believe it's December.
Right?
I make a motion to accept the financials that are presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Just a reminder, the office, the servicemen in the office is closed the 24th and 25th. And for Christmas, and the 31st and the 1st of January for New Year's.
And if you have an emergency, the phone number is on the answering machine here at the city hall, so just call the city hall, you can get the emergency numbers on that.
Must adjourn.
All right, there's a motion on the floor to adjourn.
Second.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a very happy time. Spend time with the family.